Hey everyone, Sean here from Tesla Family. Happy New Year! It's January 1st, 2021 today. Man, really glad that we put 2020 behind us. In this video today, I want to share with you all of the over-the-air software updates that Tesla sent along to its customers in 2020. We received 13 feature updates in 2020, and I'm going to detail each one of those updates and what was included in this video. Alright guys, starting off here with the software screen, I have a 2018 long-range dual motor Model 3. On January 1st, 2021, I'm currently running version 10.2, release 2020.48.30. To access all of the information on all of our 2020 software releases, I'm going to hit the release notes. We're going to go from earliest to most recent here. So our first software update in 2020 occurred in week 4. That's what the .4 is. The first number after the dot in this software naming convention is the week that it was released. So week 4 of 2020, this is when Tesla gave us the additional vehicle information option. And now we're able to view additional information regarding the configuration of our cars by tapping Controls, Software, Additional Vehicle Information. Controls, Software, Additional Vehicle Information. And I have the premium audio system, the full self-driving computer. I have the HomeLink garage door opener, an Intel Atom infotainment processor, an induction front motor type, and a permanent magnet rear motor type. Alright, moving on to 2020.8. So this would be our software update that was passed along to us in February. This update gave us options for third-party charging stations, and we're able to find third-party charging options with our in-car navigation and select sites that are available now in Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, with additional locations across Europe coming soon. To access, press the lightning bolt icon on the bottom of your touchscreen, scroll down and select a supercharger, destination charger, or third-party charging location to navigate. So I believe that this option is really only available in Europe here from the release notes. Additionally, in this release, Tesla passed along some Bluetooth improvement to us that improved the transition from the phone to car when entering your vehicle. Bluetooth now connects to your paired phone only after you're sitting in the driver's seat and all other doors are closed. We also got improved voice command reliability, where Tesla improved the voice command reliability in areas with poor connectivity. So some options here for voice commands would be things like set the temperature to 72. That's a nice feature. You can see it here by just entering the voice command. We can increase the temperature in the cabin. Turn the fan speed to 5. Open the rear view camera. Close the rear view camera. Open the trunk. Obviously some of these only work when we're in park here. Tesla also provided some additional language support in this update. Moving on to 2020.12. This was probably one of the coolest features here added to our Teslas in 2020 and was really the next big step up for those of us who had either enhanced autopilot like I had for the first half of the year or full self-driving, which I added the second half of the year. So with the traffic light and stop sign control, which is still in beta, when traffic-aware cruise control or auto steer is activated, traffic light and stop sign control is designed to identify stop signs and traffic lights and automatically slow your car to a stop. Probably the best part about this new update is that our Teslas will stop at stop signs and red lights. And if you want to go through a green light, you just have to confirm it, as long as there is no leading car ahead of you. Also in .12 here, we got the dash cam viewer, which was a huge improvement. So now we're able to watch saved dash cam clips or Sentry Mode events directly from our touchscreen with the dash cam viewer. Before we had the dash cam viewer, I was only watching my dash cam clips by removing my USB and viewing it either on my computer or plugging it into a USB adapter for my phone. I did have an app. Tesla also gave us the option to view out of order supercharger stalls. It says supercharger stations now identify the number of out of order stalls, which is very helpful if you're on a long road trip. Obviously, you don't want to be pulling into a supercharger if you're low on charge and finding out that there are out of order supercharger stalls in a high usage supercharger area. All right, moving on to our .16 update for 2020, and this would be our update in April. This is where Tesla redesigned the Tesla Toy Box. We got these really nice looking graphics here, and they did that to make it easier to view and play. Take a look at my Tesla Toy Box video here with my daughter to see more on the Tesla Toy Box. The charging list has been improved to easily filter nearby charging sites based on the max power. Simply tap on the charging icon on the map and filter by selecting the associated lightning bolt option. So that's really cool. If we go to our charging screen, what I like about that is on the map. So here we are viewing the charging screen, and these pins with the numbers were actually only added here with the most recent December update, but before then, here in .16, we were able to sort our stations here with the 1, 2, or 3 lightning bolt options. So 1 lightning bolt being stations that are generally below the urban supercharger rate of 72 kilowatts. The 2 lightning bolts including the urban superchargers, and then for the version 2 and version 3 superchargers, you want to click on the 3 bolt icon. And just 4 weeks later, we got some additional dash cam improvements where Tesla made dash cam easier to set up and erase. After plugging in a USB drive, you tap Control, Safety, and Security Format USB to format the USB stick that you're using. That will create the associated folders that are needed for the dash cam footage to be saved. Before this was added, you had to format your USB on your home computer. Additionally, in .16, Tesla gave us improvements to backgammon, a pretty fun game here. So playing backgammon against your Tesla has now become more difficult. I remember the first time I played backgammon before this update, I won like 2 times in a row playing against Tesla, and it seemed too easy. So nice to see that they updated the backgammon to make it a little bit more difficult. The most difficult level has now been trained with 20+ million games. All right, 2020.20, our update here in May gave us this new game, Fallout Shelter. Pretty fun game here, where Fallout Shelter puts you in control of a state-of-the-art underground vault from Vault Tech. You build the perfect vault and keep your dwellers happy and protect them from the dangers of the wasteland. That was a fun game, a fun addition. We also got the theater mode improvements, and with this release you can now play, pause, and skip video playback with your steering wheel controls. The left scroll wheel button here, by pushing left to right, you could skip by 15 seconds, and pushing it in, you would be able to pause. And this is when we're in theater mode, and as usual, theater mode is only available when the vehicle is in park. Tracks improvement in 2020.20, Tesla added the piano roll view that allows you to edit and fine-tune notes in a track. You can now tap in view to create a note, move or resize it by dragging the tail end of a note and deleting it with a long press. And finally, some GPS updates. Tesla has updated our car's GPS to improve its stability and tracking. Okay, moving on to 2020.24. This was our update that came in June, and we got the backup camera improvements. You can now view video streams coming in from your side repeater cameras for added visibility around the vehicle. More dash cam viewer improvements. This also another nice feature here. So in addition to saved dash cam clips and Sentry Mode events, you can now also watch recently saved dash cam footage with the dash cam viewer. Tap the dash cam icon in the status bar and select the launch viewer while the car is in park, and select all to view the recent videos. And to make the Sentry Mode videos easier to review, Tesla added a red dot along the video scrubber to indicate the moment when a Sentry Mode event was triggered. This is a huge improvement. Again, it's so nice to be able to review our dash cam footage and delete clips that we don't need right from our touchscreen. Before, we had to remove the USB stick and do all of this on a computer or with the USB plugged into a phone. Tune-in improvements. So with this update, Tesla improved the usability and discoverability of tune-in stations and podcasts so it's easier to browse content. Walk-away door lock improvements. You now have the option to disable walk-away door lock when your vehicle is parked at home. Love this feature as well. In fact, I have that turned on right now. I parked my Model 3 in my garage at home, so there's really no need for the car to be locked when it's in the garage. And my wife was super annoyed whenever she wanted to get in our car while the car's parked at home to go on a trip, and the car would always be locked. Well, with this update, the car remains unlocked while it's in proximity to our home. And we do that by selecting Exclude Home. And in this update, Tesla added Portuguese as a language. So here with the cabin camera analytics, we can help Tesla continue to develop safer vehicles by sharing our camera data from our vehicle. I went ahead and enabled this. I think whatever we can do to help Tesla, that would be great. So with this update, the traffic light and stop sign control feature no longer required explicit driver confirmation of pushing down the gear selector to continue through green traffic lights when there is a lead vehicle ahead of us. The stoplight in the driving visualization will now turn green to indicate that the car will continue through the intersection. While we're talking about June, let me give a plug to my Tesla solar videos. If you haven't seen them, they're quite popular on my channel. Follow my solar journey here by taking a look at my solar playlist above. I had my solar panels installed in late June, and right around the same time I also ordered full self-driving for my Tesla, and with that came the retrofit. I want to plug that video above here. Take a look at the full self-driving retrofit of my Tesla Model 3 at the video above. Alright, 2020.28, this is July. More updates to traffic light and stop sign control. When traffic light and stop sign control is enabled, the auto steer cruising set speed on residential roads can now be increased up to 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. And Tesla also added the Polish language support. Alright, moving along from July into August here with 2020.32. Another really cool feature here was the addition of the car left open notifications. A mobile notification will be sent if the trunk, front trunk, or any door is left open for over 10 minutes. If all doors and trunks are locked, a notification will be sent if any window or the sunroof is detected to be open 10 minutes after leaving the car. Close windows on lock. Here's another update. Your car can now automatically roll up your windows when it is locked. To enable this setting, go to Controls, Locks, Close Windows on Lock. And Notifications History. Easily review current and past notifications by tapping Controls, Service, Notifications. And these are the notifications that pop up. For example, here I'll show you service notifications. No active alerts, which is good, but if you have low air pressure in your tires, it's winter now, so I was getting that. I went ahead and added some air to my tire, but you'll get alerts like that. You'll get the notifications like regenerative braking temporarily reduced when the battery is cold. And then I do get notifications here when sometimes you come to a stop, and when you have hold in place, you forget to put the car in park, and when you go ahead and open a door, Tesla will automatically put the vehicle in park to prevent a rollaway. Okay, moving into September 2020.36. This was the Speed Assist improvements. Speed Assist now leverages your car's cameras to detect speed limit signs to improve the accuracy of speed limit data on local roads. Detected speed limit signs will be displayed in the driving visualization and used to set the associated speed limit warning. Also love this feature here, the green traffic light chime. A chime will play when the traffic light you are waiting for turns green. Maybe you're pulled up really close to the light and you just don't see the light change or you're talking to a passenger, now we get this awesome chime that just reminds you, hey, the light turned green, and you can move forward. If you're waiting behind another car, the chime will play once the car advances, unless traffic aware cruise control or auto steer is active. When traffic light and stop sign control is activated, a chime will play when you can confirm to proceed through a green light. Some updates here to navigate on autopilot. It's the exit the passing lane option. So when navigate on autopilot is activated, your car can now remain in the passing lane. In addition to route-based and speed-based lane changes, navigate on autopilot requests a lane change. This is a reminder to stay in a slower lane when you are not passing other vehicles. All right, rolling through here. Now we're at 2020.40. This is the October update. Speed assist improvements. In addition to local roads, Speed Assist now leverages your car's cameras to detect speed limit signs to improve the accuracy of speed limit data for highways. We also got a priority Bluetooth device option. To avoid connecting to the wrong nearby phone, you can now set your priority Bluetooth device. Your car will attempt to connect to the priority device associated with the profile selected before it attempts to connect to other paired phones. And here is an option for the glove box pin to protect the valuables in your glove box with a 4-digit pin. I don't have this option set up, but it is a nice option just to keep any valuables in your glove box protected. You can set a pin. All right, moving on to the November update, 2020.44. Tesla added some Spotify improvements. I don't have a Spotify account, so I don't use Spotify. But for those who have Spotify, it has been updated to make it easier to find and play content from your library, which now also includes collaborative playlists and podcasts. With gapless playback, you can enjoy playlists without disruption in between tracks. Media search improvements. Media search results are now rearranged for easier viewing. Results now also display based on the media source you are actively using, highlighting and making it more convenient to find what you're looking for. Media sources improvements. You can now show or hide your preferred media sources in the media player. Go to the audio settings, sources to hide the sources that you do not use. And Tesla added voice command language support. You can now select a voice command language different than the touchscreen language via controls, display voice recognition. And autopilot set speed. You can now change the autopilot set speed by adjusting controls autopilot set speed to one of the following options. Speed limit will set the cruise speed to the speed limit of the road and will adjust either to the set speed offset that is specified or the current driving speed, whichever is greater. The set speed offset can be configured to a fixed speed for all roads or a percentage that will vary based on the speed limit of the road. Current speed will set the cruise speed to the current driving speed. And moving on to our first December update, 2020.48. We got text messaging improvements. This was nice to make text message viewing on our Teslas a little bit easier. Consecutive messages from the same sender will now be displayed and dictated together for an improved viewing and listening experience. Tesla also gave us improvements to Tracks. This is Tracks version 0.2, and Tracks is now redesigned to help you create audio masterpieces with just a few taps. Quickly preview and mix sounds with a new drum machine and an instrument selector, or use new tools and volume controls to reorder, loop, and mix tracks. Haven't played around with Tracks too much. I don't have much background in making music or mixing music, but it is kind of neat to play around with the large volume of instruments that are within Tracks. Sentry Mode improvement. Sentry Mode footage of the last panic event will now be saved to onboard memory. And moving on to our final software update of 2020 is the Tesla holiday update that came for me actually on December 26th, but I think some people started to see it on December 25th. This is 2020.48.30. This gave us the release note improvements, and I'm actually showing you those through this entire video, so before this update, this video wouldn't even be possible. Release notes now include improved browsing and access. We got 3 new games here in our Teslas. The first new game is the Battle of Polytopia, which is an award-winning turn-based strategy game with low poly graphics. Lead your civilization to victory by expanding your empire and researching new technologies. We also got Cat Quest. Leap into a grand adventure of dragons, magic, and cats in pursuit of the evil Dracoth and your catnapped sister. Explore Furlingard's huge overworld map. Risk life and limb, delving into dungeons for epic loot, and lend a paw to a furry cast of characters in a flurry of side quests. And you do need a game controller required for this game. We also got Solitaire, a classic game of solitaire also known as Klondike. This is also where we got the improvements to our driving visualization, and you can see here on the left where it shows when windows go up and down. I put down the driver's side rear window and driver's side window up and down. Pretty cool. Really love these graphics. When I open doors, things like that happen. Also shows when the trunk and front are open. So the driving visualization has been refreshed and now offers a larger visualization to allow drivers to view more details of the road surroundings. The next turn will now appear above the visualization if the navigation turn list is covered by another app. There were some improvements to scheduled departure. So scheduled departure can now precondition your battery and cabin even when your car is unplugged. To account for different utility rate plans, you can now set the time when your off-peak rates end to save on charging costs. Another awesome feature. Tesla is really forward-thinking with adding this feature and helping their customers save money by letting them schedule their charging when their utility rates are lowest. Supercharger display improvements. The supercharger pins on your touchscreen will now display the number of available stalls at charging sites. Quickly search for nearby amenities by tapping an amenity icon on the supercharger pop-up display. Showing you an example of the new supercharger improvements. We're going to click on the Frederick, Maryland supercharger. You can see 6 stalls open right now. And when we click on these amenities down below, we'll see several options pop up. We'll click on food. And you can see what it does is it zooms into that supercharger and gives you all of the options for food. Really neat. And vehicle information. The Tesla T has been removed from the top status bar. Tap Controls software for the same information. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video on our 2020 software updates. If you're not subscribed, definitely consider subscribing to our channel to get updates on our future videos. I'm really excited for 2021 and can't wait to see what options Tesla will provide its customers this year. Hopefully we'll see a wider rollout of the full self-driving beta. I'm really looking forward to having the city streets autopilot option. Hey, I'd like to know what your favorite new feature that was added in 2020 was. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite feature is. Or if there's a feature that you didn't like, let me know that as well. It will be fun to see everyone's comments. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. If you really enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to Tesla Family Channel here on YouTube. We really appreciate all of our subscribers and everyone who watches our videos. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you soon. Check out all of our other videos as well. Also, follow us on Twitter at Tesla Family Chan. Use my referral code to buy a new Tesla and you will get 1,000 free supercharging miles. Or if you use my referral code to buy Tesla solar roof or solar panels, you'll get a $100 reward after system activation.